This podcast is sponsored by hostingauthors.com, the perfect web hosting solution for authors. Showcase your books, share reviews, and connect with readers effortlessly. Visit hostingauthors.com to get started today.
Master Podcast Interviews. Author Success Strategy. Discover how authors can leverage podcast interviews to expand their reach and connect with new audiences. Explore tips on preparing for success. Welcome to Pages and Platforms, the podcast of hostingauthors.com, where we dive deep into the world of podcast interviews, a powerful yet often underutilized tool for authors. Imagine being able to connect with an entirely new audience, share your story, and build your author platform, all through the art of podcasting. Podcast interviews offer a dynamic way to engage with readers and amplify your reach. And today, we'll explore how you can harness this medium to boost your author career. Why podcast interviews matter. In today's digital age, the power of voice is unparalleled. Podcasts offer a unique and intimate way to connect with an audience. For authors, this means an opportunity to delve deeper into the stories behind their books, share personal anecdotes, and discuss the writing process in a conversational format. This not only helps in building a personal connection with listeners, but also in driving traffic to your author website. Preparing for a podcast interview. Preparation is key to making the most of your podcast appearance. Here are some tips to ensure you're ready. Research the podcast. Understand the show's format and audience. Listen to a few episodes to get a feel for the host's style and the types of questions that are typically asked. Know your key messages. Identify the main points you want to convey about your book and your writing journey. These will help guide the conversation and keep it focused. Practice your delivery. While you don't want to sound rehearsed, practicing your answers can help you speak more confidently and clearly. Prepare a call to action. Encourage listeners to visit your author website or to purchase your book. During the interview, once you're on the podcast, the way you communicate can make a significant difference. Here's how to shine. Be authentic. Authenticity resonates with listeners. Share your passion for writing and let your personality come through. Engage with the host. Treat the interview as a conversation rather than a monologue. Engage with the host's questions and provide thoughtful responses. Be concise. While it's important to be thorough, also be mindful of the time. Keep your answers focused and relevant to maintain listener interest. After the interview. Your work doesn't end when the interview does. Here's what to do. Post-interview. Promote the episode. Share the podcast episode on your author sites and social media platforms. Encourage your followers to listen and share. Engage with listeners. If listeners reach out with comments or questions, engage with them. This helps in building a community around your work. Evaluate and refine. Reflect on the interview to identify what went well and areas for improvement. Use this insight to enhance future podcast appearances. Maximize your reach. Podcast interviews can significantly expand your readership and enhance your author visibility. By linking back to your author website, hosting, or book website, you can drive traffic and increase engagement. Make sure your website is updated and includes information about your books, upcoming projects, and any additional content that might interest listeners. This will help convert podcast listeners into dedicated readers. Want to know more about how you can effectively use podcasts to grow your audience? Visit hostingauthors.com, the website platform exclusively for authors, for resources and tips on building a compelling author platform. Embrace the power of podcasting and watch as your stories reach new heights. Happy podcasting!